All right, let's see where we're at here on dismiss. Oh, we're started. It worked. Okay.
Yep.
All right. It says we're here.
Mm-hmm. I'll just check in here on my side. View channel. Yeah, it says live here, part 2. Yeah, we're on.
All right.
Yeah, I can see it on my phone. Yeah, it says live here, part 2. Yeah.
All right, people have to. Here's Oberheim. So we have people. People are coming in slowly but surely. But here we go.
Thanks for coming back, Oberheim.
Mark, you're kind of distorted vocally. Jiggle your cable around.
Huh. Why is that? Is that any
The cool
better?
part about starting a new
It's
stream
just
is
slightly breaking up, Mark. Not much, but
so the cool thing about starting a stream in this platform is that we don't have to go anywhere. We just stay here and it just like recycles. So
yeah.
that's kind of nice. All right, back to music.
Thank you guys for rejoining. Revs, Andy, Oberheim.
I was gonna call it, but John lobbied hard for you people. So if you so tell it
For all
show your
6 of you.
appreciation. Yeah.
Hey, Carl. Thank you, Loserless. Thank you for coming back. Dorky.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a thing now. I'm gonna have to make 2 streams every show. So
Malia,
like the old days.
Aaron, John Bandy. Yeah, I was having a good time.
Yeah, I haven't done one of these yearly shows in a long time. So yeah.
I feel very restricted by them, though. You know, in a good, like a fun way.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like I can't just think of anything I want. I'm like, oh, what's in 1988?
Oh, chinchilla. There you go. Yeah.
Hey, Vance.
Oh, chinchilla.
What state are you in, Vance?
State of confusion, like always. I shouldn't talk about the Pope like that, though. I might have some kind of Vatican assassin come and get me in the middle of the night, you know? We're not back.
Osborne. Eddie. Eddie, I'm going to make you hear Edie Brickell. I'm going to make Patrick play a Edie Brickell song.
I'll play Edie Brickell.
I know you wouldn't fight me on that. Is she Texan?
Yes. From
Yeah,
Dallas.
okay.
You're in Mordor?
Edie's physical media.
That's what it really means, isn't it? You know, he was actually a really good guitar player, like one of the best LA guitar players at the time.
Vance is at the bar all by himself in Mordor because Gollum slipped up and took his girl away.
Sorry to hear that, Ox.
Gout in my eye. I can't see so much. Oh, geez, Louise. Well, I hope you could, that's something to fix.
Yeah, get well, dude.
I thought gout was in your legs.
Yeah, I thought it was in your feet, yeah. Is that from eating too much pork?
I don't know. I think it's mostly like I know a lot of Filipino people have that problem. Like I have a good friend who's from the Philippines, and he had that problem.
Yeah. Knock on wood, I'm healthy. Hope it's not both eyes. Like one eye, you get an eye patch, and all of a sudden you're like this much cooler.
Well, and all of a sudden you're almost one hand away from the barbarians, right?
Yeah. The eye patches are cool, but you don't want to lose your sight.
Yeah, you can lose one eye like Thor, you know. Odin.
Is this a Tone Poet winner? I feel like this would
No,
be a Tone Poet winner.
this was not a Tone Poet.
A runner-up, probably.
They were in the running.
I don't think this was in the running because it wasn't a. They have a lot. They have a lot sleazier lyrics than this one. So.
This has got to be in the running.
Hard as a Rock would have been another one that's that song lyrically is definitely more of a like a Tone Poet candidate.
Yeah.
But I think Motley Crue, your choice of Motley Crue was the
Nice.
Motley Crue have a record out in '88? Not that I necessarily want to hear it. I'm just curious.
I don't know if they did.
Really just before Doctor, in between Girls, Girls, Girls.
Oh, Odyssey.
You have to rephrase that question because I don't really
I have
understand
this
the
record.
question. Because he's a special guest. He's the ultimate special guest.
'87. Yeah, a lot of bands had the skip year, Vance. I mean, you know better than me, but
Yeah, Girls came in '87. Didn't have anything until '89 with Dr. Field.
yeah.
No, I had all those batteries and all that stuff like septic, whatever the hell that was called, and I got 2 boxes of that, all the Primuses. And I got 2 boxes of that shit before I knew anything about that genre, and I got rid of them. I got them for free.
3 completely different genres. All those batteries, Septic Death, I imagine, and Primus.
And there was
Those
other
are
ones.
not connected. Those are not connected.
There was Possessed. There was all sorts of weird shit in there. I can't
I
remember.
could see Possessed. You could connect. Well, obviously there's a connection with Primus, but you could connect that with Battery. But all those Village People, Blue Records, Stones, and Motley Crue.
So I got these boxes of records. They were for free. Like I drove up 20 miles up. This was years ago, and got these free records. And I sold them for way less than I should have. But I should have ripped them before I sold them, but I didn't.
Yeah, but they weren't worth anything back then. It wasn't that big deal back then. I have so many of those stories, like when I passed by or gave up. I was looking. Oh, I don't know if it's '88. You had. Let me see if you had it. There was a hardcore record. I feel like I heard somewhere. Rest in Pieces, My Rage, You Have. I'm not saying it's '88, but I had that record. I looked that record up. It's got to be like a. The reissues are going for like $100-something. That record's maybe a $300 record.
I think I still have that record.
I sold it. Probably got $5 for it. I don't think it's '88. I was looking up records and I had that damn record.
was so good.
This is very Rainbow-esque. I never realized that.
What's the Joe Lynn Turner singing?
But I had this record before I really knew Rainbow, too. Yeah.
And he's a big Richie Blackmore guy. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I knew that. But I knew Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple. And the Rainbow I knew was only like Long Live Rock and Roll, man.
This was his most successful album, and then he got rid of Joe Lynn Turner because Joe Lynn Turner was getting some of the hype, So
yeah.
So he said, "See ya, Joe."
You don't want to unleash the fury.
You unleash the fucking fury.
You don't want to unleash the Spanx that I'm wearing right now. The saran wrap I'm wrapped in so I can fit into my pants. So yeah.
He's lost. He looks good now. He definitely.
Yeah, he's trimmed down.
This might be the greatest song of
And,
1988.
Oh, man.
Sponsored by Spanx, Yngwie Malmsteen. There you go.
Another band I don't know too much about.
You just got to know this song because it's so good.
Does have a good riff.
Oh, it's so good. They never captured this magic on any other track, but still great, still good music. But
Yeah.
they just somehow magic happened on this track. Very modern sounding for the hardcore at the time. Think of listening to Whitesnake and hearing this, like it's like, holy cow, we're in the next decade.
Yeah.
Not knocking Whitesnake, but it's kind of like hearing Van Halen in '77, like '78. You're like, we're now in the '80s.
Yeah, don't go for the turquoise. Patrick first to tell you can get yourself a much better sounding record with a Zeppelin without going to turquoise. Just get a George Piros. Patrick will tell you.
What are you talking about? Which album are you talking about?
Oh, that's awesome. Lose a list.
Zeppelin 1.
Oh yeah, don't break the bank on that. Just get a Piros, yes. If it doesn't matter doesn't matter if it's like from the reissue or the first press. Just get the Piros. Doesn't matter.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna head off. I gotta get through these tomorrow, so I'll see you on Monday.
Alrighty.
Good hanging out with you, Mark.
See you, Mark.
Have a great night, guys. Take care,
Good
everybody.
night. Remember to pray to the Pope.
I will.
Say your prayers.
Give money. They care more about the collection.
Yes, they do. What I needed.
Jump Andy, you're cracking me up. The George Soros cut.
Yeah, that's not really gonna fly much, is it? So yeah. Fuck's the fuck, John Happy Man. You had to have heard this. This was a massive song, massive album. Save me from the streets. I remember the first time I heard this, it came out, and we were playing in Casper, Wyoming. And I remember not liking being in Casper in the wintertime and listening to this, like 3 times in a row, just like drunk off my ass because I was so. It's not fun to be in Casper, Wyoming in the winter. So even in summer, it's not fun to be in Casper, Wyoming. So.
How about the Curious George cut? That's what I want.
The Curious George cut, is that what you said?
Yeah, I could just see him like in the
little,
book, all over the mixing board, like tapes flying. He's all tangled up in the tape. Oh,
what's the kid in the yellow
the
rain
man with the
suit.
yellow hat.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Curious
Casper's
George
not fun.
mix.
Curious.
CG.
great.
Look for CG in the dead wax.
We should have Mark do that on the next fucking on the next Project Gemini album.
The
He'll do it
Curious
too.
George mix. It's going up and down. The EQs it's fades out.
Mastered by CG. There you go.
Oh.
You can see the master tape
sleep.
all wrapped around.
Yeah, you need that's what, and him coming like the man with the big hat coming in like, oh my goodness.
Winding the tape like, you know, to make a long echo, you know, like an early like a tape effect, you know. It's like, yeah, Curious George is like running around, yeah.
CG. Avoid the CGs.
Yeah, we don't want the CG mix, no. I'm gonna do a shootout, you know. We've got the Curious George mix. Yeah.
Oh, I'm past my bedtime.
Oh man. But that would be funny, you know. Curious. Nobody knows who Curious George is. Curious George even popular anymore?
I don't know.
We only got a handful to go, people. Maybe 3 songs left. See, Jens is in for the Curious George mix. There you go.
Yeah, if you have kids. See, if people have kids, remember. Oh, nice.
John says, I'm done with Curious George. There you go. Yeah.
George Jefferson, man. VGR, maybe we had this conversation. You know he's a big prog rock record collector.
Yeah.
He was a big prog guy. Sherman Hemsley. He played Nectar on the Jeffersons. If you see that episode, you could see it on YouTube. Just a 2-minute where he's grooving to Nectar, like, and Lionel comes in.
Or Curious George, like, you know, having his tail on the fader and his fucking hands on the fader, paws on the fader.
But
you know,
I want to
like
see the
4 fades.
tape, like, all tangled up in tape, and like the man with the yellow hat banging on the door or coming in, running.
And then he's throwing food from the deli tray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, like, the breaks between the songs are all messed up on the record.
And then you see Kevin Gray run in the door yelling at Curious George, like Bernie Grunman or somebody come in, like, going, "Hey, what are you doing?" You know?
And then people be comparing them on, like, the Hoffman forum. Well, the CG mix is actually better than the new, Kevin Gray mix. Or the Rhino Hi-Fi, it's not as good as the CG. And
Curious George. Gotta look for
CG.
CG in the dead wax, man. It's gotta be in the dead wax or it doesn't count.
hey,
What's up,
welcome,
Alex?
Richard James. Hey, Alex.
Just another one of those songs where you say you're not in the 80s anymore. You're kind of like, you're ushering in a new era.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
By the album cover.
Yeah.
I remember the cassette of this in
Cesar.
'88. It was so different.
Yeah. Rhino
This
High
was
Fidelity.
a modern record.
Rhino High Fidelity presents AC/DC Back in Black, the Curious George mix, limited to 5,000 copies, Yes, I am aware.
Yeah, we can't play. We mentioned Danzig very early
Yeah.
on. Maybe you were here. We're just not going to deal with the YouTube police.
Maybe Friday I'll break out that Screamer magazine. We'll look at some of the bands that we're playing, and or maybe Sunday. Sunday might be better for that.
Yeah.
But I was just laughing at some of this stuff. I'm like going,
Yeah.
some of these bands, like Badlands opening up a club. It was interesting. Yeah.
Oh, I believe you, Steve. I don't know that, but he definitely played the music in that car. And I remember there might be an interview where he met Gentle Giant. It was a big thrill. But he was a massive prog rock fan.
Gong doesn't smoke, really, even though they have a song called
Gong.
Pothead
That's
Pixies.
what, it wasn't Gentle Giant. It was Gong. Okay.
Even though they have a song called Pothead Pixies. I would have thought that whole trilogy of Gong, Angel's Egg and fucking Radio Gnome and Camberine Electric, I thought those were fueled on pot, man. Those things sound like some of the most pot-drenched music I've ever heard. It's interesting they didn't get high, because
It's kind of like Zappa was that way, or Ted Nugent.
that's true. Yes, stop it.
How many more days till you retired?
3.
Wow. You nervous, or does it feel weird?
Nah, not really. Like I said, I haven't worked in an office in over 5 years, so.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like, okay, I got more time to do music stuff, ride my bike, go look for records,
Yeah,
So it's
as
like,
long
okay.
as you travel, you keep busy,
Yeah.
you got hobbies, you're all set.
Yeah,
The
I've
people
already.
who have nothing else other than work, that's
Yeah.
the trouble,
Well, actually, not 3 days, because there's a couple of things that they need approval for me to finish setting up. So, but I won't have to. I mean, it'll be a one-off thing. I don't have to get up and go be at work, So
Yeah.
I told them I didn't mind helping them out. It's like they were good to me. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've worked for the same company basically for 26 years. So
Nice.
it's definitely gotten more corporate since my original company got bought out by this bigger company, and so after that point, you're pretty much a number at that point. But
Yeah.
they do the best they can. So yeah. What did I do? I was a senior system administrator, meaning I did computer shit, man. I started at Microsoft in 1994, so yeah. Had a knack for it. Not a fan of Hewlett-Packard. But I did FreeBSD, NetBSD, OpenBSD, Sun Solaris, all the flavors of Linux. The only certification I have is Windows 95. That's it. I never cared about that shit. I was like, I don't care if I'm certified. I mean, I know what I know. So I don't want to freelance. Fuck that nowadays, man. It's like I got no desire. Everything's so siloed now. People just know one thing. It's like, I do web servers, I do databases, I do mail servers. We had to do it all. I did networking, firewall, all that shit. I said, fuck that, man. I'm gonna concentrate on music and, you know, finding it, ripping it, playing it, listening to it, riding my bike, listening to music while I ride my bike, you know.
Awesome. Good for you.
I was on the support phones at Microsoft for Windows 95 the very first day. It was pretty hectic.
That's when I worked in the bookstore, and like the computer section would be huge with all like
Books.
every language, you know, because you couldn't learn online. Like you had to buy a book.
O'Reilly books. They were all O'Reilly. O'Reilly was the big book.
Yeah, 100% they were O'Reilly. Yeah.
They'd have like cool animals on the cover, like lemurs, and then they have like, you know, it's a lemur book. You want
I never opened one, never looked in one, but
but they were cool. They were cool looking books. You know, the covers were cool. Yeah.
they were important. You know, like people needed them.
I used to have access to UUNet. There was in Dallas. You know, they had like a central thing called a May. They had May West and May East, which is where all of the providers would centralize come in to one spot. They were going to try to do one in Dallas, so they had all these major connections come in here. And so I literally could have shut it down if I wanted to, but I had so much bandwidth that I could go in and just ping flood like all like colleges and Yahoo. I could knock them off the internet if I wanted to. I did a couple of times, but yeah, so it was crazy back then. It was a wild, wild west. You know, it was completely uncontrolled, everything, you know. Yeah. Like, we had a Mark Cuban server right before he sold it for billions of dollars. I'd have to go reboot it all the time because it would crash. And so he'd come down. He was a total dork, but you know, and he wasn't worth anything. But he sold that one company, I think Broadcast.com, for like $4 billion. Next thing I know, this guy's buying the Mavericks. I'm like going, who the fuck is this? I'm like going, holy shit. So, fuck no, yeah. So the first call I took for Windows 95 was for monolithic IPX, which is old NetWare, which is Novell. And it's like I was like going, holy shit, yeah. Anyway, and this is probably worse than pedal talk, so we'll
Whatever, who cares?
Well, I'd rather talk about the Curious George remix than that. So yeah.
I think we bled that one.
Yeah. Okay, so we got one more song to go after this one. So.
What are you ending with?
You'll find out in a second.
Okay.
Novell, Banyan Vines, fucking. What else? Deckware? Something like that. I can't remember.
Okay. No.
What? What did you want, John?
I was thinking of what is the Edie Brickell song?
Oh, that's right. Sorry, we forgot about that. Yeah.
What's the last song on the album? Was it like a 2-minute? Like I haven't had that record in 30 something years.
I do is the last song on the
Yeah,
on
is
the
it
record.
like kind of short and like maybe acoustic or a cappella or something? End with that. They ended the record with that. Let's end with that.
It's only 2 minutes long. I haven't heard it forever, so yeah.
I remember the idea of it, but they ended the album with it, and it went platinum, so we could end the show with it. It'll work. I wouldn't mind having this record.
Well produced, man. Absolutely.
This was
stunning.
all white. Was it a white cover?
Yeah.
This one? Yeah.
I think the first two records. No, the other one was kind of pinkish.
I think I have one where they're on it, maybe. I can't remember.
They were mad because the first album had them like looking like a hair metal band.
Oh, yeah. But they even looked worse than a hair metal band. They were like...
But they really weren't that hair metal. They were.
No, this... They could have preempted Guns N' Roses if they played their cards right.
I mean, listen to that gravelly voice, man. I mean,
it sounds
bluesy.
a bit like Kicks, a little AC/DC, but roots music. I barely even say it's heavy metal, you know.
I love the name.
Terrible name.
I love the name Cinderella. I thought it was great.
Cinderella is a good name for a different band. Rat
CC
could have been called Cinderella.
CC DeVille's in Poison, not Cinderella.
Yeah, but Poison could have been called Cinderella. Cinderella needed, if they were called Dirty Load, would have worked. But no, I'm kidding. But like a Rose Tattoo or like a more grittier kind of name.
It should have been called Dirty Load, yeah. Called Rendersella. Going to the Bancy
I
Fall.
Do is the B-side. All right. Thank you, Darren. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we heard it the other day, but the Cowboy Junkies might have been '88. That Sweet
They were.
Jane.
The Trinity Sessions was there on there.
I don't know what record it was. I just remember that song.
I think it was the Trinity Sessions. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds right. I don't need to hear it, but that was. I don't know how much it hit the charts, but that was a good song for '88. Non-metal song. Now, I haven't heard this in years. If you're playing that, I do. Cozy Powell played on that? Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, on that, well, because Fred Coury didn't play on the Cinderella albums. He was just the touring drummer, I think.
Yeah, maybe it's a bad choice, but I'll listen to it. I'll dig it. Oh yeah, this is good.
They can't all be heavy.
No, I didn't want heavy. Yeah, this is good.
And now she's beating the crap out of fucking Paul Simon.
Oh yeah, that's great. Call the cops on. Cops get called. Your wife's beating you up.
My wife
Paul
beat
Simon's
my ass.
4 foot tall.
I could see her beating his ass. Like I said, she's a rough and ready chick, man.
It's not emotion that I feel for you. It's not devotion that I want from you. I want someone to follow who doesn't lead the way.
It's not Styx.
Yeah. Thank you, Cesar. I remember
Andy
liking
G,
it.
they had another hit called Circle. Circle was like also a minor hit. So yeah.
That's the one I really liked. Had that cool guitar like Ship of Fools.
Yeah. I like this kind of stripped down production that works.
I love having these short little songs like Rod Stewart might do, or certain bands.
And it's all because of you.
That how can you fault that? That was really good.
All right, folks, that was 1988 in a nutshell. Hope you all had a good time. It was fun. I had a blast. We haven't done one of these in a while, so it was fun to do that. It was so. Thanks everybody.
Thank you everybody for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. If I don't mention you by name, it's always fun for me to come down here, have a couple of beers on a work night, and just yap and be able to talk and hang out and just walk back to bed.
Yep, and then Friday we'll do it again. I guess I'll start trying to do set up two streams before the show, just to keep it covered so you guys can know. So yeah. Thanks everybody. We'll see you Friday. Good night.
Thank you, Patrick.
Bye.
Good night.